Guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of 4 minus 9 equals 0. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to change x to the power of 4 to x squared to the power of 2. Because remember, an important property of exponents is that we have a to the power of m to the power of n. This is also equal to a to the power of m times n. So what I'm doing is I'm simply reversing this. I'm converting it back to its original form. So x squared to the power of 2 minus, I'm going to change 9 to 3 squared. And this is still equal to 0. Now, an important equation or expression that we have is a squared minus b squared. And a squared minus b squared, if you guys already didn't know, is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So a squared minus b squared can be written as a plus b times a minus b. So as you can see right here, what I've done is I've changed this equation to match it up with a squared minus b squared. A in this case, a is equal to x squared. And b is equal to 3. So we have x squared to the power of 2 minus 3 squared. And this is also equal to a squared minus b squared. So all we have to do is plug in a and b into our expression here, a plus b times a minus b. So a is x squared, so we have x squared plus b is 3 times x squared minus 3. So now this equals 0. And now this gives us two equations. We have x squared plus 3 equals 0 and x squared minus 3 equals 0. So for x squared plus 3 equals 0, we solve this right here, we're going to subtract 3 on both sides. So if we subtract 3 on both sides, we get x squared is equal to negative 3. Now, if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative square root of 3i. So this is actually two solutions because we have positive and negative. Now for x squared minus 3 equals 0, we're going to add 3 on both sides. So we get x squared equals 3. Now if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative 3. So now our four solutions are x equals square root of 3i, x equals negative square root of 3i, x equals square root of 3, and sorry, forgot to put that over here, and x equals negative square root of 3. So these four are our solutions. Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of 3 plus x squared plus x plus 1 equals 0. So now what we're first going to do is we're going to focus on our left side here. And we're going to simplify this a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide this into two parts. We have x to the power of 3 plus x squared and x plus 1 on our right side. So for x to the power of 3 plus x squared, what we're going to do is we're going to factor out our greatest common factor, which in this case is x squared. So if we factor out x squared from x squared, x to the power of 3 plus x squared, well, x to the power of 3 divided by x squared, what is that? Well, if we have a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So x to the power of 3 over x squared, this would equal x to the power of 3 minus 2, which is simply just x to the power of 1, which is x. So x to the power of 3 divided by x to the power of 2 is x, plus x squared divided by x squared is simply just 1, because anything divided by itself is 1. And now on this side, we have plus, and as you can see, since we already have x plus 1 here, we don't need to do anything. This side can't be simplified. And this is equal to 0. So now this would actually give us two equations. Because x plus 1, this is x plus 1 times 1, right? So now these two are the same. So that's one equation, x plus 1 equals 0. And then we have this plus this, x squared plus 1. So that's another equation. X squared plus 1 equals 0. So for x plus 1 equals 0, all we have to do is simply subtract 1 on both sides. This cancels out, and we get x equals negative 1. So this is one of our solutions. Now for x squared plus 1, well, we still subtract 1 on both sides. These two cancel out, and we get x squared equals negative 1. Now, if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals the square root of negative 1. And the square root of negative 1 is actually equal to I. So I is also a solution. So our two solutions are x equals negative 1 and x equals I.